Let's go ahead and do the eyelashes for our character. We are going to need a separate geometry for the top lash, also separate geometry for the lower lash. The reason being is because for the top lash, we're going to have thicker and longer hair here. So we're going to have different properties compared to the bottom lash, which is going to have shorter hair and thinner hair. So let's go ahead and hit the tab key. We could start out by extracting a geometry for our top lash. And the lashes basically starts kind of inside a little bit and then it curls up like this. And for my character, he really does have thick curly hair. And we could go ahead and select a little bit of the geometry from the inside here. Control Shift click here. Control Shift click here. And then all the way up to here. Then we could go ahead and Control Shift click here. All over there. Up to here. And it's best to select more than we need. So I'm going to go Control Shift click all the way over here and up to here. Alright, now we can go ahead and make a copy. Shift D to make a copy, right click, press P, separate by selection. And there you go. You can Control A, apply all the transformation. And then set origin to 3D cursor. We need the move tool. If I go to the move tool, it needs to be in the middle of the grid. That way, when we add a mirror modifier, it's going to be exactly right here. We need to go to our modifier here and add a mirror modifier. That way, whatever particle we add here, it will also do it on the other side. Okay, and let's also do the bottom part. So let's go and hit the tab key. And I'm going to go ahead and select from here, onto here, and onto here, all the way up to, maybe up to here. Also, you know what? Yeah, up to there, and then over here, all the way here. And selecting a little bit more than we need would be a great idea. Okay, and let's go and duplicate it. Shift D, right click, press P, separate by selection. Control A, all transformation. Set origin to 3D cursor. And let's go ahead and mirror that. And we could select both of these. Alright, and then press M and put it in our hair collection. And of course, we have to name it right away. So this one, I'm going to name this one top. I'm going to put lashes, top, scalp. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and name it lashes, top, bottom, scalp. Go. Alright, great. So let's go ahead and start to add the hair. Let's start with the top lash. And select the lashes for the top part. Let's go to our particle, click on the plus sign and set it to hair. And of course, we need to make sure it also shows on the other side. So we can go to source, use modifier stack. Okay, and then we have to adjust the length. Length right now, I'm going to set it to 0.01. And also it's way too thick right now, so we could scroll down. And for the diameter root, we could set it to 0.05. And tip is going to be 0.01. Best to look at your reference to see how thick your character's eyelashes are. So he has a pretty thick eyelashes and very curly, very noticeable. So everybody's eyelash is different. Definitely look at your reference. And I think for this one, I think this might be a little too thick. I'm gonna set it to 0.03 for the root. Tip is gonna be 0.009. I think that's fine for now. Okay, and we are gonna do it similar to how we did the eyebrows, where we're gonna add each individual lashes to have more control. So let's go right back all the way up to the emissions section. And for the number, we could go and just set it to 0. And then let's go to our particle edit and let's start adding what we need. For our keys here, I think we could just set it to 4, which is fine. Count as 1. Turn off interpolate. We don't need that right now. And I'm gonna go ahead, bring the brush size down. Alright, and then we could go ahead and start adding some eyelashes where we need it to go. I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here. And I think I'm gonna turn off my emitter. Turn off my show emitter in the render, show emitter in viewport. One right there, and one right here. Also right here, here. So going all around, adding these. And there you go. And then we could go ahead and select everything, press A, and then let's go into our comb. And then we go to the side view. Go to the side view here. And just comb it. Oh, when I'm combing it, you see it's moving up. Make sure that for the root position that you check that on. Alright. So now when you are combing it, the root is staying in position. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. Okay. This down. I think this could be longer. What's good about this, we could go to our length and then just increase the length for this. Go. Make it longer. Alright. And probably even longer. Got very long lashes, I think. Go. And I'm gonna go to my comb brush and just gonna comb in this direction. So just gonna curl it up like this. I curl it like that. I curl it in this direction. There you go. You might wanna play around with your brush size to make it smaller, and then just curl them as you go. Okay, now go to object mode, and we could add some more hair here by going to our children and set it to simple. And we gotta go to radius, set the radius to 0, and then let's go hold the shift key on our keyboard as we drag the radius up slightly until we see some more hair there. And I don't think we need that much. Ooh. Okay. So for our display amount, we could maybe set it to 3. Yeah, I think that'll be a good one right there. So we could get pretty fast lashes by doing this. And of course, the lashes needs to be clumped. How the lashes look is supposed to be clumping like this, so it kind of meets up at the tip. So to clump it, we have to go to our clumping section here, and let's go ahead and crank up the clumping value up. There you go. Another thing that we could do is we could add some breakup to this by going to our roughness, of course. And let's mess around with our endpoint. Hold shift and just drag it. Oh, it's too much. Maybe I'm gonna go to the size and bring it down, and then the random, I'm gonna crank it up slightly. You don't want it too much where it just breaks away from the guide. Just a little bit would be fine. All right, so maybe something like that would work. Then we could, of course, add some more. We could go to our particle edit, and I'm gonna go and add some more here. I'm gonna go to interpolate. Add one right there. Okay, add more right here, here, here. Okay, and then we could go to our comb. Gonna go ahead and gonna bring these together. Go. Bring these together like that. Also here. And I'm gonna go add another one right there. And maybe right here. Then I'm gonna go to combed, and then just gonna bring these slightly together like that. And gonna add one right here. And I think I'm gonna go add one right here. And just gonna comb this. And I'm gonna go to my length and shorten some of these parts up. I'm gonna hold the shift key and then just gonna shorten this, shorten that. Feel like we need a bit more in this area, so I'm gonna go ahead and add one right there, here, here, here. And I think I could go to my length and shorten some of these up. Here you go, and maybe this could shorten up. Gonna go to my comb and just gonna bring these together. Right, and I'm gonna make this so that it's has the hair material. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna set this to hair, and let's see what we're working with when we render this out. Oh, and also to make it easier for us to see the actual hair that we have, we could go over here, because remember we have painted something on the eyelashes as a placeholder, and also on the eyebrows, and also for our beard, basically every part of our hair. And I think I'm gonna be leaving the paint that we have done in Substance Painter on the hair, just so we could save on the numbers of hair that we need to add for the main hair. But I think for the eyebrows, definitely for the eyelashes, we need to get rid of the paint that we have in Substance Painter. And for the beard, we could also get rid of everything that's on the face. We could get rid of the paint there. And yeah, let's go back to Substance Painter. All right, let's go to our texture set where we have our painting for our face. So I got my head, arm selected, and I'm gonna go to my face paint layer here and go to my paint. I'm gonna set it to black, and I'm gonna turn on my symmetry, and I'm just gonna get rid of all the paint that's here and also here. So all the paint for the hair area, just for the facial area here, I'm gonna get rid of it. And I don't want it to just, I'm gonna go ahead and set the opacity to a lower value, so it's going to slowly just fade out around here. All right, perfect. Ooh, kind of look like Jay-Z without the hair. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and export this out again. So I'm gonna go to File, Export Textures. So I got it on Blender, and I think I only need to export out the one that we need, which is gonna be the texture for the head arm. So I'm gonna go re-export that. I'm gonna turn off the other ones. And I think maybe for the eyeball, just so we have something to look at as a guide, we could also export out the texture for the eyeball. We're not gonna be using this texture in Unreal, but just as a guide so we could see what we're working with the eyelashes, we could go ahead and just export that. And let's go ahead and click export. Alright, so it's done exporting. Now, if you have exported out your texture for the face, it's just going to update what you have. So all you gotta do is go back to Blender and it should automatically update with the new files. Alright, so it had replaced the old files that you had with a new one. Alright, and so now let's go and re-render. And before we re-render, I'm gonna go to my lashes bottom sculpt and make sure that the emitter is turned off for that. I'm gonna go to my particle. Sorry. I'm gonna select here, and why is it not showing? Okay, yeah. Oops, my bad. We have not added the particles for this. Yes, told you guys I have a bad memory. But I'm gonna go ahead and just hide the geometry for now because we don't want it to show while we are rendering. So I'm gonna go and hide it. And yeah, let's go ahead and render what we have. It should have gotten rid of the paint on the face. Alright, and if you see that the eyebrows need some fixing, you could see it clearly more if you remove the hair paint on the face. You could see more what you need to fix and stuff. So I think mine's okay. Probably I could go to my eyebrows and go to my display amount, maybe set it to a higher value instead of 6, so you could see more of it. There you go. Alright, and I think for the lashes, I'm gonna go to my top lash, and obviously it's not thick enough, the eyelashes, so I'm gonna go back to my hair shape. I'm gonna go to my diameter scale and set it to maybe 0.05, and I'm gonna compare it to my reference. I'm gonna go here and turn off the show overlay so I don't see the orange outline. I'm gonna go and turn it off so I can see better. I think that is too much. It looks like he has some mascara on. So I'm gonna go back to my diameter scale and set it to maybe 0.03. Okay, I think that's better. Maybe I'm gonna set it to 0.035. Alright, so that's good. That's very good. Yeah, I think I'm liking that. Now we could go ahead and do the lashes for the bottom part, and we'll do that in the next video.